Howdy there. Yesterday, I watched Take Shelter. Good movie. Pretty much settled on a 7. A very challenging picture. Take Shelter is about a man struggling with mental illness. I almost don't want to give much away because a lot of the film depends on uncertainty. But, you know, it's about a man struggling with a change in his thought process and the way he sees the world, and the way that affects his family. It's basically about mental illness, I think. It is a very heady picture. You have to think about it. And that, is a detractor for me in this film. I'm giving it a 7, if I haven't said that already. And the reason I'm not giving it a higher rating is because, I don't want to say it's one note, but it does demand so much of your focus and attention that it, for me at least, became an exercise. It was like, Luke, you cannot start thinking about the problems of your day. You have to stay focused in this film, but my mind could not help but wander. This is a conversational movie. Most of the drama, all of it is pretty much delivered through conversation. So it's a very conversational movie, and you have to pay attention. Read that as it's a slow film. I can't remember how long it was. I think it was maybe an hour and 40 minutes. And it felt, much longer. It felt long. But the themes and the performances, demand respect. Because there's not too many films that deal directly or in such a creepy way as losing your mind, and the fear of losing your mind, and the danger you present to your friends and family. At least I can't really think of many, or any sitting right here. It's written and directed by Jeff Nichols. I can't say that I am familiar with his work, but I found his name to be very easily remembered. I know he's done something, and I even think he has a little bit of a reputation going. But, again, I can't report to you on that because I'm unfamiliar with his work, and I did no research, as is my wont. But Jeff Nichols wrote and directed. I noticed that he was not a producer, so he didn't get to produce, but he did write and direct it, so it is mostly an intact artistic vision, and I have to respect that. That's important. I have to think that perhaps schizophrenia, the mental condition in question here, has to have some play in his life for it to mean so much to him. The movie is just very quiet. Like, again, I go back to it demanding your attention. There's very little music here. It's mostly just silent and talking and staring. It's almost existential in a way, in some cases very much so. And music only comes into play when tension needs to be, felt, basically when he's dreaming. he has these intense dreams that, you know, make him bite the insides of his mouth, like until blood is just flowing out of his mouth. You know, he loses control, and he lives his life like this. He wakes up every day in a state of sheer, unadulterated terror. You know, the dreams. I've read some reviews that call this a horror film or a thriller. I guess thriller's not so bad. A psychological thriller would not be so bad of a genre title, but the dreams, the nightmares that he has are incredibly terrifying and very off-putting. It's where the style of the film gets to run rampant, and sometimes I wish that it would, you know, get even weirder. But, you know, it didn't. Lots of good performances. Lots of really good performances. Let's see. It's got Michael Shannon, Jessica Chastain. Those are the two names. Who else is in there? I don't know his name, but he's been working for a while. But his best friend is Buck from Kill Bill, I guess part 1. I'm Buck and I like to fuck. That guy, he's the best friend here. He's very good. I don't think I've seen him in a role this big. But he's very good. Oh, and his wife is, I don't know her name. She is, I haven't seen the second season, but on the first season of Eastbound and Down, she's the female lead. She's Kenny Powers' high school crush / love interest. She's here. She plays a variation kind of the same character, maybe more amped up, maybe a little bit more mean, but basically the same character. And speaking of same character, I have to mention this. Michael Shannon is a terrific actor. He's very good. He's very good at what he does. He's very intense. He's very weird. He's like, you never know what he's going to do next. He's what is that word? Tenuous, but that doesn't really feel like it's the right word. Basically, just that his face boils. You know, it. His I don't know how he does it. His muscles twitch, and well, I mean, the only way you can do it is to be in a headspace where you're that, you know, on edge that you cannot control your face. He does amazing things. Michael Shannon is an amazing actor. I think he's coming up. You know, I think he's getting, you know, pretty big. I think, you know, he's going to be the bad guy in the next Superman film, so I think his day is coming. But he's been working for a while, and he's always delivered a very good, very weird performance. That being said, I feel it's important to mention he has been playing a variation of the same character that made him famous, in my opinion, and that would be Bug. If you've never seen Bug, then you have no idea why Michael Shannon is famous. Michael Shannon played that character, the same character that is in Bug on Broadway. If maybe not Broadway, off-Broadway, but it was a play. Bug was a play. The director, William Friedkin, saw the play, saw Michael Shannon in the play, and knew he had to make the film with Michael Shannon. So if you've never seen Bug with Michael Shannon and Ashley Judd, they're practically the only two people in the movie. It's an excellent movie. It's a mind fuck, to say the least. And he has been playing a variation of that character since. So if you want to know why Michael Shannon is famous and why he works so much and why he gets those character parts, rent Bug, because you need to. Jessica Chastain, very good here. She's, kind of coming out of nowhere. I think she, she was in Tree of Life this year. She was also in something else pretty big. But now, not knowing her at all and now seeing her in like 3 big movies this year, it's, good for her. She's very good here. She probably has the most difficult role because she is the mother that is not, at once trying to protect her family, trying to protect her daughter. 2, trying not to let go of the man she loves. She can still see them, and I think that's very admirable to have a female character who does not give up on her man. She married this man for better or worse. It's getting worse, and she becomes stronger, and she stands by his side. I really appreciate that. Honestly, I don't know if you even see that much in real life anymore. But, I thought that was really good. I thought it was a very honest portrayal of what it might be like to suddenly realize, hey, I think I might be losing my mind. So I thought that was very interesting. It seems that, losing your mind films are, often played to extreme ends one way or the other. I don't know. This seemed very natural. It seemed very real. Again, I kind of wonder if Jeff Nichols, the filmmaker, has some connection to schizophrenia in his life. I wouldn't doubt it. There seemed like a lot of intelligence and wisdom in the film, or in the screenplay. Again, and it looks very good. That was one of my favorite parts. This was it was shot on location, it's set and filmed on location in Ohio, a small town in Ohio. It made me think of Winter's Bone. It made me think of Junebug, and they did a perfect job at capturing this Midwestern feel. One of the little things to me was, just a scene in a bathroom. The bathroom is a perfect Midwestern small-town bathroom. I mean, really, it nails in terms of set dressing, set location, all of the location settings, the details are absolutely nailed. Nail on the head. I believe that I was there. No doubt believe that I was there. And I'm from the Midwest, so it made me in a way feel like I was getting to visit, my friend, and, hang out at his home, and, they go to the Elks Lodge, and the Elks Lodge is perfect. It looks like every Elks Lodge in the Midwest. Again, kind of a flawless execution in terms of taking you to a place and putting you there. But it does take you to that place. It does put you there, and then you have to sit there, and you have to pay attention. And if you pay attention, you will be rewarded. Again, the acting is very rich. The writing is very rich, so there's a lot there. But you've got to pay attention. And my mind did start to wander quite a bit. So I had to keep on bringing myself back. I was like, Luke, pay attention. Do not start thinking about the problems in your own life. If you go to the films to escape, it's going to be a little bit more effort, with this one. With Take Shelter. So that's Take Shelter. That's pretty much all I've got to say about it. I'm running out of time. But a good flick, I enjoyed it, and an excellent performance, as always, from Michael Shannon. So that's a solid 7 for Take Shelter. Thanks.